The New York Giants are kicking off training camp this week, and things are already heating up. It's shaping up to be one of the most competitive camps in recent memory, but not for the usual reasons. With most of the roster pretty set, the real drama will come down to just a handful of players fighting tooth and nail to keep their spots. Today, we're breaking down the 5 biggest names on the roster bubble for Big Blue as they battle for their NFL futures. These are players who know every practice rep, every play, and every look could be the difference between making the team or getting cut. The pressure is on, and the stakes have never been higher. If you're a Giants fan or just love NFL training camp battles, this is one you don't want to miss. So, before the pads go on and the whistles blow, let's dive into the 5 players on the roster bubble in New York. But first, if you love NFL content like this, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a video. Drop your thoughts in the comments below on who you think will survive training camp, and let's get into it. First up, Evan Neal. The Giants took Neal with the 7th overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, expecting him to become a cornerstone on the offensive line. But so far, things have not gone as planned. In fact, bust is the word many fans and analysts use. Neal has struggled mightily to find consistency, and this offseason, the Giants declined his 5th-year option, a clear sign that Big Blue is moving on. To make matters more complicated, Neal is now switching positions from tackle to guard. This is a huge adjustment, and it tells you just how much the Giants want to see if he can find new life somewhere inside. But the cap hit? It's brutal. Neal counts for nearly $8 million against the salary cap this season, whether he's on the roster or not. That means if he can't prove himself at guard, the Giants could cut him loose and eat the cap hit anyway. The only way to ease that financial pain is if another team trades for him. But the reality is, after his uneven start, don't expect a bidding war. Bottom line, Neal's spot on the roster is very much in jeopardy. If he can't show the coaches he's turned a corner, this could be his last season in New York. Next, let's talk about Daniel Bellinger. Bellinger is a solid, hard-working tight end. No doubt about that. He's versatile, can block, and he's a reliable target. But here's the thing. The NFL has become a tight end league, and the Giants are loaded with competition at the position. This offseason, the Giants added some intriguing young talent. DeVito Johnson is a name you'll hear a lot about, a tight end the team is really high on. Then there's Chris Manhertz, who brings veteran blocking skills. And don't forget rookie Thomas Fidone. Fidone's story is one of perseverance. Once one of the top tight end prospects in the country, he's battled through multiple knee injuries. But if Fidone shows promise in camp, it could push Bellinger closer to the chopping block. The takeaway? Bellinger's spot isn't guaranteed. This camp will be a real test of whether he can fend off the incoming wave of talent or get edged out. Now, moving to the quarterback room, specifically Tommy DeVito. Being a 4th-string quarterback in the NFL is a tough spot. The Giants have Russell Wilson as the unquestioned starter, Jameis Winston as the experienced backup, and rookie Jackson Dart waiting in the wings. DeVito is the odd man out, but here's why he's still around. He's the only quarterback who's actually played in this offense. That familiarity gives him an edge, at least for now. But don't expect him to make the final 53-man roster come cutdown day. Instead, the more likely outcome is that DeVito lands on the practice squad, maybe even with the Giants, maybe somewhere else. Still, for DeVito, every practice rep this summer is a chance to prove he belongs in the NFL, whether as a depth option or a developmental prospect. Switching gears to running backs, Eric Gray's name is one to watch. Gray came into camp with some promise, but the depth chart is crowded. The emergence of Tyrone Tracy Jr. and the veteran presence of Devin Singletary have pushed Gray down. Add to that another rookie, Cam Scatabo, and you've got a real competition brewing for snaps and touches. What makes things tougher for Gray? Special teams. The Giants really value players who can contribute in multiple ways, especially on special teams. Gray hasn't shown a lot there so far. Meanwhile, other players like Dante Miller and undrafted rookie Rushawn Baker are making noise on special teams and could leapfrog him. Gray has a tough summer ahead. If he wants to stick around, he's got to find a way to stand out, whether as a runner or on special teams. Last but not least, Dyontae Johnson. Johnson is a true competitor, a player coaches love, and a solid football player overall. But the linebacker depth chart is a battlefield. Behind starters Bobby Okereke and Micah McFadden, Johnson is fighting for a backup spot with a group full of hungry players, Darius Muasau, Ty Summers, and free agents Chris Board and Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles. If Johnson can't make his mark on special teams, his chances of sticking with the active roster are slim. That means he's probably headed for the practice squad, if he's lucky. So there you have it. 5 players whose futures in New York hang in the balance as Giants training camp kicks off. Every snap, every rep, every practice counts. Who will step up and secure a spot? Who will fall short and get cut? That drama is exactly what makes NFL training camp so exciting. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more NFL updates, and share this video with your friends. We want to hear from you. Comment below on who you think will make the Giants roster and who won't. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, because as training camp unfolds, we'll be right here bringing you all the latest Giants news, analysis, and reaction. Let's go Giants!